Today, the Colombo Magistrates Court lifted the order issued preventing an upgrade on the Lanka government cloud server managed by the ICTA. Courts earlier issued an order preventing an upgrade on the system as the Attorney General's Department argued that key forensic evidence could be lost in the process. However, this order was lifted today. The chairman of the Information Communication Technology Agency, or ICTA, Oshada Senanayaka, said, "The Lanka government cloud has many tenants and the upgrade cannot be stopped based on an incident related to just one single tenant," adding that this issue is between the NMRA and the particular vendor. The deletion of highly sensitive data from the NMRA's database on the government cloud was reported on the 9th of July, while Sri Lanka was in the throes of a COVID-19 wave. Deputy Solicitor General Dileepa Piris, appearing in court today, noted that the deleted data relates to the names of companies that import medicines and medical devices to the country and their inventory. He told court that the deletion of data from the NMRA database would pave the way for companies that import these drugs and items to dictate prices in the local market according to their whims and fancies. The Deputy Solicitor General also told court that Epic Lanka Technologies is responsible for the security of the database and it had failed in its duty to do so. He also praised court that an extensive investigation was taking place on the matter. The CEO of Epic Technologies did not appear in court when the case was taken up today. The case will be taken up again on the 9th of December.
The data scam.
Did the ICTA, which provided consultancy services for the protection of the NMRA database, include clauses in the agreement for a backup? How did Epic Technologies enter the data onto a cloud database without a disaster recovery system?
The data scam.
According to the official website of Epic Lanka Technologies, the National Medicines Regulatory Authority of Sri Lanka partnered with Epic Technology Group, supported by the Information and Communication Technology Agency of Sri Lanka, to streamline its operations and services. Therefore, concerns have been raised as to why the ICTA of Sri Lanka is not being held accountable for this process, as the ICTA operates the Lanka government cloud.
The data scam.
On the 13th of January 2020, Secretary to the President, in a circular to all secretaries of ministries and heads of government institutions, said that the government agencies are implementing IT-based solutions in isolation and were therefore directed to implement ICT digital solutions under the overall management and supervision of the ICTA. The circular makes it clear that the ICTA cannot wash its hands off this very serious matter that ultimately is about the security of sensitive data hosted on the Sri Lankan government cloud, a system that should be protected as a matter of national security. On the 2nd of March this year, the Secretary to the President in another circular noted that the non-compliance of the circular was observed by several state institutions and explanations were called from officials responsible for disregarding instructions. The question that cries out for an answer is this: doesn't this situation pose a direct threat to data maintained by other state bodies within the Sri Lanka cloud as well? This is what the chairman of the NMRA had to say about the data recovery process.
On
the 18th of February 2021, a discussion had taken place between the NMRA and the ICTA on the data infrastructure upgrade solution for the NMRA. The discussion was raised at a board meeting several months later. However, it did not move forward from that point.
data center එකක් develop කරන්න ඕනද නැද්ද කියලා එහිදී අපිට පැහැදිලි discussion එකක් ඉදිරියට ගිහිල්ලා නැහැ.
So according to the chairman, a disaster recovery plan was not important enough to be discussed and implemented for a system that involved data as important as the nation's approved pharmaceuticals and medical devices. Isn't this the responsibility of the ICTA, which overlooks and is directly responsible for the government cloud? The Sri Lanka national cloud isn't just a server sitting somewhere in the back room of a data center. It is the national repository for data that is of national importance. How is it possible that data stored within the security of this system is deleted and then no recovery option available. Deputy Solicitor General Dileep Piris told court today that the data scam could be the result of a conspiracy hatched by the medical mafia. If it is the result of the medical mafia, who is the mastermind behind it?